Hi and welcome to this week's Wine Buff video. This week I was wanting to show you how to tell the difference between a well-made wine and a poorly made wine just by sampling it. I say this because I have three rules to wine. Firstly, trust your palate. Secondly, try as many different grape varieties as you can. And thirdly, don't drink bad wine. And the first question I always get back is, how do you tell the difference between a well-made wine and a poorly made wine? And it's actually very simple, and I can show you in the space of 5 minutes. So I guess the clock's running against me slightly, so hopefully this video will be less than 5 minutes. Before I do that though, I wanted to take you through a little bit of quick marketing and what we're doing for Valentine's Day. So if you like this stuff here, red wine, or if you like this stuff here, white wine, or surprisingly enough, if you like this stuff, sparkling wine, and more importantly, you like anything made by Green and Blacks. So we have nice white chocolate, creamy milk, butterscotch chocolate. We'll also have cherry dark chocolate, ginger chocolate, 70% cocoa chocolate, and they're all in nice miniature sizes. We're going to have nice mix and match miniature chocolates with wine, so there'll be 16 little individual chocolates and 8 different varieties in a gift box. So I'll announce more details on that next week. But as I say, I'd like to teach you today quickly how to tell a good wine from a bad wine just by tasting it. Now, taste is important, but don't forget to do a couple of things first. That's to look at a wine. So whenever you got a wine, always have a quick look at it. One thing you can do is actually age a wine just by looking at it. So if we tilt it at 45 degrees away from us and hold it against a white background, you'll notice that the colour doesn't run all the way to the edge of the glass. You can actually age a wine to the ear by counting up the millimeters of clear sort of wateriness at the edge until it reaches colour. So as you can see with this wine, there's at least 3 or 4 millimeters there, so this wine's about 3 or 4 years old. You can also tell hopefully by looking at it that's a red wine. Next thing is to smell the wine. Whenever you're smelling, in our courses we always see these people going like this here or this here. When you're smelling, give it a good swish in the glass to open up the aromas, and then basically stick your nose right in. My nose is quite big and I can fit it in, so you should have no problem. And at that point you'll see a lot of wine professionals giving loads of descriptives about different types of fruit and all that kind of thing. All you want to do really is say to yourself, do you like the smell or do you not like the smell? At that point, if you like the smell, you'll probably like the taste. If you do like the smell, you probably won't like the taste. So it's just a good judge at that stage. It'll also pick up any sort of faults in the wine, like corked wine, excess sulfite, or oxidation of the wine. But I'll go into that at some other video. But the most important thing to test the quality of the wine is actually tasting the wine. So each wine has different constituent parts. It has the fruit element, which you can pick up at the front of your tongue. It has an acidity, which is best explained, I suppose, if you squeeze some lemon into your mouth, you'd feel that nice crispness, that real bite you get from wines, and that's the acidity, and you'll pick that up down the side of your tongue. And then finally you'll have the alcohol of the wine, which is picked up at the back of your tongue. And again, you'll notice when you're drinking things like whiskey, if you get a burning sensation, that's the alcohol, and you always pick that up at the back of your throat. Now, a winemaker's skill will be to balance all those three elements out: the fruit at the front, the acidity at the sides, and the alcohol at the back. So the only way to test whether a wine is well balanced, so that none of those elements overtake, is to swish the wine around in your mouth. And you've probably seen professionals do this before, and that's all they're doing. They're swishing it around their mouth to check basically whether it's a well balanced wine, and that's exactly what we're going to do now. So the only way to do that is stick a good sort of half mouthful in your mouth, give it a swish around, and also while you're doing that, you want to be passing air through the wine to open it up and open up the flavours, because it's been bottled up for so long. So give it a swirl around your mouth, get it to all those areas, the front, the sides and the back. Take some air through your mouth, and then once you've finished, either spit or most likely swallow, and ask yourself, is it well balanced? Is there anything that's overtaken any other elements? So here we go. So have a wee think at that stage, just let the flavour sit. And hopefully none of those elements will dominate. So fruit at the front, acid down the sides, alcohol at the back. At the minute nothing's taken over, everything's nicely rounded, so the winemaker's done his job of making what's known as a balanced wine. So maybe have a go at that at home. Whenever you get a wine, have a good swig around, pass it around those areas, If there's all the elements are balanced and nothing sticks out and everything seems to be smooth, it's a well-made wine. If it's not, it's not. And the final thing of quality is to note the length of a wine. So basically that means how long the flavour stays in your mouth. So basically a well-made wine will stay in your mouth for ages. It should be there for at least 15 seconds. Anything under that's a pretty poor wine. So again, judge the qualities there as well. So you're looking for balance, swish it around, and secondly, length, how long the flavour stays in your mouth. And both of those will add up to hopefully a well-made wine. So I hope that was pretty understandable. If not, drop me a line and I'll explain it a bit more. And if you buy any of our wines, and most importantly anyone else's wines, make sure you test their quality to make sure it's up to the same standard as ours. And that's pretty much it for now. And I'll see you soon. Cheers.